Where did it come from?
Well, I've been going through some hard times lately. I'm like everybody, I'm sure, is. I couldn't find a job, and I was struggling to try to get through every day. And then you go, and it's like what my goal in life is to be as a musician, and it's just like I want to be free. So people that have problems with doing what they want to do and want to be free in life, that's where I seen a girl post. Her new album was called Be Free, and I was like, that's a good title for a tune, so I sat down, and that's what I came up with.
Free is a good thing. A lot of people thinking about freedom this week. Tell me more about yourself. I know you live in Derry now.
Yes, I've been there for 29 years old, and was influenced by the Beatles, John Lennon, of course, and a lot of the songs are, I started writing. Well, first I wanted to just pick up a guitar and learn the Beatle tunes, and then after that, it progressed into I wanted to be a songwriter. So I ended up just sitting down and teaching myself how to play guitar, and then I picked up one.
Was that in high school or younger?
Yeah, it was in high school. I was supposed to just take you're only supposed to take it one semester. It was guitar class. I took it for 4 years of high school, and they passed me every year, but I was only supposed to get one grade, but I just loved music so much that I wanted to learn and just progress. And
So that teacher let you go beyond the beginner's level and just keep advancing.
Yep.
That's great. And then what did you do after high school?
Well, I just worked. I worked like Walmart jobs like that, but I kept with music and playing out. And I played up in New York, which was fun, and I played some local gigs. Just did a club cafe not too long ago. I mean, I just want to keep getting out there. I finally got a good CD out, and I just want to try to promote it and get it rocking and rolling.
Yeah. And doing this, that's what I was kind of curious about. When did you start playing out in earnest? A couple years ago, or?
It was actually I was nervous about doing it. My buddy I worked with, Tim Knoll, he said he played bass. He said, I'll get you out there. I want you to play. And I ended up. It was July 8th, and I believe it was 2005. We did a free concert. It was called Save the Music, and that was my first time I ever played. And after that, I was like, I wanted to keep rolling with it. I got one under my belt, and then just started playing. And then you learn from your mistakes, not to stop through songs when people are looking at you. Stop, play, and then start again and go, and then stop, and then everyone looks at you. And I was like, you learn them techniques, but I finally feel I've gotten it down to where, as a performer, I've progressed over the years.
Yeah, and I suspect most of the things you think are mistakes or that you view as mistakes aren't detected by a lot of your listeners because they don't know what it was you were intending to do.
That's right. That's true.
This is Jim Platt, Platt with 2 T's, and we'll talk about his CD in a moment, but let's do another song. Have you do another song. What would you like to do next?
The next song I'd like to do is called Roll On By. I wrote this for my dear old adopted uncle, Lug, and his niece, his actual niece, their friend got killed last year in a motorcycle accident. And I got on Facebook and I was looking at everybody's writing about him, and they were taking it real hard. Everyone was real close to him. His name was Ryan Kistler.
And that was local, right?
Yeah, this is it was right in, it happened near Keystone State Park.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he is, I only met him one time. It was over at his Memorial Day. I only met him, I didn't even really talk to him much. I only met him just for about a half hour. He took off on his bike, and then I seen what everybody was writing, and I said, you know what, I wanted to write a song for them to help them deal with what they were going through, because they knew him better. So it was for the friends and family that knew him well, and all I was doing was just trying to help them cope with the situation a little bit better.
And his name again?
Ryan Kistler.
Ryan Kistler, and this is Jim Platt with a song for him and his family.
Some people leave us for the time. You go on living your life, never figuring on saying goodbye. Roll with the punches, with a smile on your face. the time has come for me to ride hard and fast. Off in the sunset, there's a long road leading the way. And I promise you, things will all right again someday. Gonna gotta roll on, roll on by. Please won't you wipe those tears from your eyes? Don't cry, gotta roll on by. Dear friends, this is not goodbye. This is not goodbye. Dear friends, this is not goodbye. Dear friends, this is not goodbye. Dear friends, this is not goodbye.
That's Jim Platt at the Saturday Light Brigade. That's a good song, nice metaphor in it, and you have a really good voice. Did you sing, before you picked up guitar, did you sing at all?
In church I was an older boy, and every time, like the priest always said to me, he's like, hey, you need to sing louder. He says, you sing good. And I was like, yeah. I said, at the time I was more in just baseball and things at that time. I didn't even, this was before I even picked up the guitar. I wasn't even considering it, even though I always wanted to play guitar, but I never thought that I would ever get into what I'm doing now.
Well, it's good that you're doing it, and the CD that Jim's released, it's called Moving Through the Ages is the name of it, and it's a nice pic. Who did the pictures on it?
My buddy up in New York City snapped a picture of my fiance's friend, and everything was in motion but her picture. She
Yeah.
was in, it was right up on Broadway. And I said, Moving Through the Ages, the concept of it was just time going through, but you're just standing still. And that's because you really don't change. You change, but not that much, but everything else is changing behind you.
Yeah, it's a nice picture. What's his, the guy who shot the picture?
Oh, Sean Dando.
Sean, it's a nice picture. And the album itself, you mentioned Tim before playing bass. Tim Kruper, is
Tim
it?
Kruper.
It's got Ruffner playing
Yeah.
guitar and bass. And then,
Fantastic job.
You've got a drummer with you too, R.J. Dietrich, and also playing some other instruments in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And recorded in Greensburg. And I
Blue
think,
Sofa Studios.
yeah, have we linked, I believe we've linked to your Facebook page. I should check on that. If we didn't, I'm going to fix that right away. But you can learn more about Jim's music. Indeed, we did. But Jim Platt's Rhythm Innovation is how you'll find it.
Oh yeah, you can follow. You can go on jimplattsrhythminnovation.net, or you can go to Bandcamp. I have it right now where you can buy, name your own price. So if you like what you hear, you can get it for free. You can get like the digital downloads for just type buy now and or buy now 0 and then download.
It's always an interesting experiment to try, but actually it's a good one because, as you know, you mentioned being out of work and wanting to follow music. Some people cannot afford to buy music right
Mhm.
now, and that has to be, not to get too personal, but to sort of lift yourself up and want to create and perform and to write when you're either not working or not working at something that fills your spirit. That's going to be pretty tough if you're unemployed or underemployed to kind of get up the gumption to do that. Did you find it hard?
Yeah, it took me forever. I was through so many different jobs until I finally found one recently that I really liked, and everything was just, if you get there and either it wasn't working out the way that they had set it up for you and stuff, but finally I found something, and it's just like everything like the show started falling into place with the job, and I was like, yeah, this is like perfect timing for me, because I want to be able to get the music out there and to get them CDs made up, or it's tough to do, because you gotta, of course, you gotta have the money to be able to get them, and so it's a lot of times I'll go to shows and I'll just tell people, hey, if you like what you hear, see me, and I'll tell you how you can download it, because I mean, it's on iTunes and everywhere else, but it's just I don't have the physical copy. I lucked out. I was able to get 6, and I wanted to have one for you guys. So.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, what you need to do is get your CDs from places that'll let you pay what you want. You know, you can buy the blank CDs from somebody who'll say you can put in 0. They're not out there. It would be nice if they were out there. It's expensive to produce stuff. I'm just joking, and to get stuff.
And luckily, my buddy who did that, he was just really practicing on doing his studio, RJ, and he said, hey, come in, I'm going to pull a certain few in, and he said, we'll get, and that's what he went by. It was actually it was free. If it wouldn't have been free, I would have been up the creek.
Yeah. Jim Platt is who you're hearing. That's with 2 T's, Jim, P-L-A-T-T. And he's here from Derry, Pennsylvania in Westmoreland County. Moving Through the Ages is the name of his CD, which has 8 tracks on it. And why don't we have you do another one?
Well, this song, I was going to let him explain, because he wrote the words to it. My dear old Uncle Lug over here.
Uncle Lug.
Uncle Lug. He wrote this song. This is about the Calumet tragedy with Stacy Filan, which she worked with my Aunt Blondie, who is listening today. She's I worked with her and my fiance's mom up at Arnie Palmer Pavilion. But I'll let him take it away.
Okay, and this is Bill Burr. Hey, Bill.
How you doing,
Or Bill
Larry?
Barr. I'm sorry, it's Barr, right?
That's correct.
Sorry about that. So tell me about this song.
Like Jimmy said, wife's an oncology nurse at Arnold Palmer Pavilion in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Stacy Filling came home from work, came through a little village of Calumet in Westmoreland County, encountered a woman with blood on her face, stopped to leave her in the passenger side of the vehicle and get her out of there. Unfortunately, the madman shot her, killed her. She just recently received, thank goodness, after 3 years, Andrew Carnegie Hero Award.
Oh, yeah.
Just last week, and 2 other individuals that helped in the situation.
So she lost her life trying to help another person.
That's correct, sir.
Mike, and forgive me, are you, how do you know this person?
My wife Linda is an oncology nurse, and Stacy worked at the same facility.
Okay, so this is a friend of your wife's. What a story. Where is Calumet?
Calumet is by Westmoreland County Fairgrounds.
I didn't know that because there's a Calumet River in Indiana, and I didn't realize there was a Calumet in this area.
Yes, there is, Larry.
What a, and her name?
Stacy Filling.
Stacy Filling. And here another song written to help memorialize somebody who lost their life tragically and early. And anything else to mention before Jim plays it?
Not to take away from Jim, but this was the first song that I wrote.
Well, it's good that you've got somebody to perform it here for you now. So,
Absolutely.
Words by Bill Barr, performance by Jim Platt.
It was a Tuesday night. I know
Hell's Angel would descend, a single shot she couldn't defend. Stacy got her wings today. It's a shame she couldn't stay. Now she's gone and flown away. Stacy got her wings today. It's a shame she couldn't stay. Now she's gone and flown away. Talking to her husband Ron. Moments later she'd be gone. No more wonderful wife. Only lived half of her life. Headed on Route 981 with her back to the setting sun. On a two-lane highway through Calumet. On this day the devil she met. Stacy got her wings today. It's a shame she couldn't stay. Now she's gone and flown away. Stacy got her wings today. It's a shame she couldn't stay. Now she's gone and flown away. She loved, she heard and laughed, she cared. Those bloody faces, she wasn't scared. She could have ran, she could have hid. Instead she saved that mom and kid. Stacy got her wings today. It's a shame she couldn't stay. Now she's gone and flown away. Stacy got her wings today. It's a shame she couldn't stay. Now she's gone and flown away.
That's one heck of a song, well written and well performed, and you know, you hear about things like that about people who seem too good to, you know, be on this earth. Who I've had a number of colleagues who, it's sometimes through just accidents or violence, and you wonder, you know, always seems to happen to great people when they die young. You're listening to the Saturday Light Brigade, and here we have Jim Platt performing. Bill Barr wrote that song. Jim is from Westmoreland County. If you would like to perform during our 11 o'clock hour, next week is something equally interesting. From Vermont, we are going to have Rick Polari here, along with